Hello, lovelies. Who's in the house? Here they come. There's my girl, Yvonne. Pinkies up. Good to see you, Yvonne. You're the first one to check in. And there's my girl, Cassie. Hello. Hello, Helen and Andrea. Good afternoon. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia had great results on the sprint. Hi, Pam. Hi, Trisha. Good to see you. Doris is here, too. And there's Carla. Hi, Sarah. And Juanita's here. Yay. Joanne is in the house, of course. And so is Jackie. Hello, Pamela. Good afternoon. Day 3, no soda for Andrea. Pinkies up for Andrea, everyone. Yay. Hi, Lucy and Beverly and Nancy. Yes, you found me. I am not hiding. Hi, Catherine. And Mary's here. So's Jillian from the UK. Yay. Who else is here? And Trisha. Your son Lucas is watching. Hi, Lucas. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Phyllis. And there's Shannon. You're in Michigan. All right. Yeah. Look at you all. Just all marching on in. Isn't it so much fun? Your friends are here. Hi, Denise and Sandra. Hello, hello, hello. And Jan is here. Jan has been such a help in all of our groups. I hope you've seen her and thanked her for her help because she pretty much knows what's going on. Hey, Cynthia. And Cindy's here too. Yay. Yeah, I so appreciate when you guys help each other out. Cynthia said, wait a minute. Day 8, coffee black, no sugar. Bam, it's stuck. Where are supplements made in Ohio? I think Akron, I'm not sure. Hi, Priscilla. I should look on the packing note. You know, that's Mark's thing. I don't take care of all of that. Oh my goodness. Yes, Jen is great. She is. I appreciate your help so much. And Lucy is wonderful too. You guys are all wonderful. I just really appreciate when you go the extra mile and you help each other out in the group. That's how we create community. It's not just about me, y'all. Andrea lives in Akron. You know what? It might be there. It might be there. I don't know. But they do a lot of supplements for a lot of people. And all I can say is we have moved up the food chain because we are ordering a lot. And because of that, we're able to offer some incredible deals. There's my girl, Letha. Letha's another one who's super helpful in all of our groups. And Jamma, nice to see you. Catherine's in the house too. And I've skipped a few people, I'm sure. But you know what? You're all welcome here. And I really appreciate when you show up, you got your pinkies up, you're ready to go, and you're ready to get your motivation on and get on with this week. Yes? And today we're going to be talking about alignment assignment. You know, I have this, and I've written about this in our new book, which will be coming out likely in September. I've written and talked a lot about this as well, because I really believe that when our assignment is out of touch with our beliefs, in other words, our action isn't lining up with our beliefs, well, you know what happens. Everything kind of goes to hell in a handbasket, as they say. I don't want that. And isn't it exhausting? It's so exhausting to be saying one thing and doing another. It's just not, it just doesn't work. It keeps you in bondage, I think, and it keeps you from living your full life. It keeps you from the truth of what's happening really in your life. I really believe that it's a call. When we start feeling that uneasiness of being out of alignment, it's a call to us. It's our soul's cry to get back into alignment. We're going to talk about that. Today is the last day for this guy right here. You buy 3, you get a 4th one free. All you have to do is put 3 in your cart, and the 4th one we will add, and it will ship for free. That's a deal, you guys. This stuff is expensive. You know, it's expensive because of what's in it and all the research and everything. Exogenous ketones, electrolytes, little MCT oil, the whole thing will put your body in a state of well-being. It is such a fantastic, I mean, this is like, I live by this stuff. Every day at 1 o'clock, I'm all about it. You know, once upon a time, didn't we all have this notion that, you know, electrolytes were for athletes? You know, we watched them dump Gatorade on athletes and games and things like that. Electrolytes are for everyone. We just need a little extra electrolytes when we are athletic and sweating and all of that. But in the meantime, we need this stuff. We need it. And we also need those exogenous ketones, especially when we want to feel good. You know, if you're transitioning from being a sugar burner to being a fat burner, man alive, will you ever feel so much better? This helps. It also keeps you in ketosis. So don't forget, put ships free in the promo window. Ships free in the promo window. And we'll ship it to you free. We'll ship you your whole box free. If you order everything in our shop, we'll ship it to you free, just as long as that hot milk mix is in there. It is a screaming deal, you guys. Screaming deal. And don't forget, just put 3 in your cart. We will do the 4th one for you. And today is the last day. Our new supplement of the week is tomorrow, and you're going to love that one too. So take advantage of it, okay? And don't forget, ships free goes in that promo window when you are doing your ships free thingy. And what's this? This is our quote of the week. She who is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. Somebody, when I put this yesterday, somebody said, ouch. Yeah. We're good at that, aren't we? We are the queens of making really good excuses. As a matter of fact, I just want to show you that I have a crown for that, and you don't want to wear it. You know, making excuses is basically dismissing yourself from your life. You know, it is. And it's taking a half a life. This is not good. Look at this. Catherine says, my blood sugar is still holding. Today it's down 125 from 232 a couple of weeks ago. Catherine's on it. So watch, you know, when you see things like that, these are women who are doing the work and getting that vibrant life that we always talk about. That's what, and let me just say, what you think about expands. Focus on the stuff you want, not the stuff you don't want. And when you're out of alignment, well, that's going to cause some other things. We're going to talk about that because we're going to get you back into alignment. But think about it, right? Catherine says not going back. Why would you ever go back, right? Why would you ever go back? She's vibrant. She feels good. We're celebrating you, Catherine. We are celebrating you. And I'm celebrating every single one of our sprinters who did the work this week, because I'm telling you, you should see them. You should see all of the testimonials, everything that's in there, and just how good they feel too. It feels good to accomplish something. It feels good to say, I'm going to do this, then actually do it. And then actually follow through. And then be able to report those results. It says, I'm accomplished. I can do it. I can do hard things. I can do things even when I don't want to. And I will get the results. Here it is. And I'll tell you something. And do you know how many people I've heard from who said, cut my medications in half, got off this, got off that, got off the blood pressure medications. When I see that, I say this work is worth it. And I will fight you tooth and nail for taking that cream and sugar out of your coffee. Yes, I will. I will fight you for it. I will arm wrestle you. And you don't want to arm wrestle this woman because I am strong. I will take you down. Yeah, I'm telling you. I will take you down. I know how to do it. Cynthia says I can do all things. Yes, you can. And we know why. This is also, by the way, the Pinkies Up cup, Mindful Mug. This is what you get when you order that hot milk mix, because it will get you to that threshold. But if it's over $200, you will get a Mindful Mug. And I'm telling you, everybody wants a Mindful Mug. We are going to be toasting with our Mindful Mugs. We're going to be using these. These are collector's items, because when these ones are gone, there'll be a new one. So if you want to collect them all, like if you've got one of these, that's our first one. That was a collector's item. It's gone now. But we do have these. Love these little things. They're so cute. What else do we have going on today? And why don't I have my list? Where's my list of things to do? We have the Blitz starting. Now, the Blitz is basically a collagen loading exercise, and it's fantastic. I want you all over the Blitz. People are asking me what's next. Well, listen, if you didn't join the Hot Milk Club, no worries. Just jump in with the Blitz with us. We start on Monday. And I'll tell you what, you can get the Blitz plan absolutely 100% free. All you have to do is order Perfect Paleo Protein. That's simple. Go to savingdinner.com/Blitz and you get all the information about it. I know, isn't this so cute? The color. The color. You know what we had last night for dinner was hot milk spaghetti, by the way. That's what we had. I love it. It's delicious, and I'm fine without the noodles, you know? I've got the sausage, I've got the spaghetti sauce, and I feel like I've got a big spaghetti meal going on. It's just delicious. Delicious! What else do we have? I know I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I gave you the quote of the week. I told you about hot milk mix. I showed you about the mug. We're drinking the this. We're doing the that. And I can't find my list. Liz loves it. The Blitz is a 10-day program where we collagen load using Perfect Paleo Protein. At the time that I made it, I wasn't all about the bone broth, but we will be. We're going to do a mindful mug before our meals because that's how we roll. I just came up with that this year. You know that. I love bone broth before my meal. It does keep you mindful, doesn't it? It keeps you on that path. I know, and we don't miss our spaghetti. We don't miss our spaghetti at all. We've got zucchini, and it's delicious. Tomorrow we're doing, Marla and Robert are coming over for dinner, and we're going to do a gourmet burger bar. I'm going to make some buns that I've made before. It's called fat bread, if you've ever heard of it. It's made with mozzarella and almond meal. And then I take that, what is that stuff? Everything but the bagel seasoning. You can buy it at Trader Joe's. I put it all over the bagel buns, the buns, and they're delicious. And I think they have like 1 gram of carb. And they are sturdy. They hold your burger together right to the very end. Really good. I'll figure out the recipe and show it to you. But it's basically mozzarella cheese, egg, a little baking soda, I believe, and almond flour. Yeah. And it makes one heck of a good bun. And it just, you know, because sometimes you just don't want the lettuce. You want a bun. And it works. It's wonderful stuff. So today we're talking about making sure that we're in alignment with our actions. And this, I call it the alignment assignment because sometimes we really have to think about what are we doing? What are we doing? You know, is what we're saying that we want in our lives and what we're doing and blah, 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 are our actions in alignment with that? Well, you know, one of the chapters in the book, and again, you know, I am deep in the weeds in that book right now, just trying to get it finished up. And there's always something else that I gotta add this. So I want to get it done because, you know, I'm behind on it. But one of the things that, one of my chapters is that little hinges swing big doors, because I just adore that quote so much. I've shared that with you. It's been one of our quotes of the week. And I believe it's just the tiniest adjustments that we make in our lives. Those tiny adjustments help us to become wise and help us to get on target with what it is that we want. And it doesn't take that much. And when you figure out, and you know, using the whole analogy of the door, it doesn't matter what size the door is, right? It doesn't matter what size the door is because that hinge is always tiny, you know? It's always tiny. Those little tiny hinges, even if they have big, you know, hardware, it's for show. It's not that hardware. What holds up that humongous door is a teeny tiny hinge. And you can't put a door up without that teeny tiny hinge in place. And then it's got to be kind of adjusted, doesn't it? You know, because we were looking around the house here. We have a lot of doors that just don't latch. And we have a lot of doors that need, you know, a little adjustment. And hanging doors is really an art form. And what hanging doors is not just enough to have the door closed, but you also want it to latch. And that's how it is, I believe, when we're out of alignment with the actions that we want, that we need to be taking in our lives to line up with what we're believing. Think about it. If you don't have, if your beliefs are completely out of whack, if you're and you're doing all of these things, then at least you don't have the mental exhaustion of saying, if you just say, yeah, I don't believe in exercise and I'll eat whatever I want, and you know, this is all a bunch of junk and this, that, and the other thing, and you're sitting on the couch and you're admitting that you're sitting on the couch and you're not, you know, doing the things you need to do in your home and with yourself, and you know, the food and the working out and getting hydrated and all of that, then at least you don't have the mental fatigue. But you get that mental fatigue when you're saying one thing and you're doing another, because you're out of congruency, and there's just this automatic collision course, if you will, of values that just aren't there. They're values that are just a bunch of lip service and not a bunch of do service. So getting out of that is just really important. So what is the first step that you've got to do? Well, the first step is pretty obvious, right? Identify your values. If you say my value is I want to live a really full life. My value is I value my family. I value my interaction with them. I value my friends. I value my faith. I value these things. Then your actions need to line up, come right alongside it. Otherwise, it's lip service, you know? And you've seen this continually, where you'll see, you know, people lose their children, get taken away from them when they say, but I love my children. Well, their actions haven't shown it. Their children are neglected. They're found wandering around on the streets, or they're hungry, or they've been left in cars alone, you know, while mama goes to the, you know, casino or something. You've seen all of this stuff. Out of alignment. But when our alignment gets in place, it's just the matter that we do something about it. Teresa says, this is the year I finally woke up. Teresa, it's a lot like that, isn't it? It can be a lot like that. It is sort of a wake up. And it's a wake up call to us to say, you know, let's get on this. We say a lot around here that what we think about expands. So if you're thinking about doing one thing, and then you're thinking about, but you're saying something else, there's like this real torture that's involved, and it's exhausting because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. So we have to start in the place of identifying what our values are and then lining up our actions to support them. It's that simple. But we have to also make room in our lives for these things. So let's say one of your values is, and this is one of mine, is sorry, there's a hair in my eyelashes just trying to drive me crazy. It's blue glasses day today too, by the way. So one of my values is becoming fit. Well, you know, I told you I ordered a Peloton, and I've done a bunch of stuff. I've got my rebounder and what have you. Sometimes, some days, there's not enough room. But let me tell you what there is enough room for. There's enough room for 5 minutes on the rebounder. There's enough room when I'm listening to Marla to go and do the rebounder. There's enough room to squeeze it in. Every time. I have different things, different tools that I use to help support the actions that I want in my life based on the beliefs that I profess and believe in with all of my heart. Otherwise, it'd be nothing except a bunch of lip service. And you don't want that from me, do you? You know, you want something that I've proven that works, not just for me, but for thousands and thousands of people. You've seen it. You've seen the results that these folks have gotten. Well, guess who the guinea pig was? You know, guess who the first person to do the sprint was? You know, me. I do everything on myself. I might, you know, gather up the information, get all the research, do everything, but I'm the first one. I am the first one into the pool, so to speak. And we have to be that way. We have to do that, and we also have to make room for the change. However it takes, and sometimes what that takes is taking a look at how am I spending my time. So I have a free resource for you at savingdinner.com/time. And it's what I call the time block sheet. Now, you print it out. It's just a PDF, and it's showing you where all your time is. You print it out, and you see, where's my time going? Now, I want you to understand something. It's not to go, well, 5 minutes, 5 minutes of, I spent 5 minutes Googling something, and then 30 minutes later I did this, and 30 minutes later, it's a time blocking thing to figure out where's all your time going. When you find yourself saying, I don't have time, you do have time, you're just not spending your time wisely. Amen? It's true. We all have the same hours in a day. And how it's being spent is how it's being spent. We have to get it done. We have to get it done. We just have to figure out where everything fits. And that's what that time block sheet is for. And I strongly recommend that you take it. You know, and a lot of us have less time than others. If you've got little kids, or if you've got an elderly parent, or a child that just needs extra attention, your time is going to be limited. But that doesn't mean you have no time. It just means you have a smaller amount of time than somebody else. And, you know, when we waste time, we are wasting resources. It's like turning on the water and walking out the door and letting all that water go to the ground. Lisa said she watched Netflix for 5 hours yesterday. Well, I don't think you need the time blocking thing. I think you need to block yourself from Netflix. We don't want, we want different for our lives. If we want that vibrancy that we're, saying we want, then we're going to have to figure out where our time is going and redeem it. Time can be redeemed as long as we take an honest look at what's going on and see how you can get your schedule changed. There you go. Amen, Joanne says. Yes, my schedule has changed and you have to figure it all out again. You do. Because our schedules do change. When I was taking care of my mother, I had a rigid schedule. I'd get up in the morning, I would make sure she had her coffee and her breakfast, and then I'd take care of a few things that I had to do. I'd go work out as long as she was well, and it was a constant thing. It was a constant thing, and it was until I went to bed at night. I'd get her to bed first and all of that, and the days that she had showers and all of that until we started to get care in the house. It's a lot. But you know what? I had time because I figured it out. So the thing is, when we say we don't have time, that is a big fat lie. We waste time. And when we waste time, we might as well go take a gas pump and throw the gasoline on the ground. We might as well take the food that's in our refrigerator and throw it out in the yard. We are taking resources, good things that we can never get back, by the way. That time is gone forever and ever, amen. It gets sucked up and it's gone. You can redeem maybe getting some more food in the house. You can redeem maybe, lots of different things. But can you redeem that time back? No. I have things that I regret that I did with my children, that I wished away so much of their childhood. Wishing they'd get older so I didn't have to do this. Wishing it was easier so I didn't have to do that. Wishing. We can do that if we want to, but at the end of our lives, we're going to have such serious regrets. Serious regrets. And I say, let's pay attention now. Let's stop it. And let's align our values, our beliefs with our time. And our alignment assignment today is to look at it with real, absolutely raw looking at it completely naked, looking at it in its truth, and not lying to ourselves anymore. Because that's how we justify ourselves. And when we justify, usually what we're doing is we're rewriting a story of what really is going on. We rewrite it to make ourselves look better, even in our own eyes. We all do it, But now is the time. Now is the time. We just went through 7 days of a challenge where, maybe the hardest thing you had was giving up cream and sugar in your coffee. It was a good thing to do though, right? Because it tested you. It put you through a little bit of a test, and it showed you how strong you are. It showed you how much you had inside of you that you didn't know you had before. So now it's time to just say, okay, I'm here. and I am going to change my schedule. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to make sure that my beliefs and actions and my alignment is lined up, because I don't want to be out of this alignment anymore. Being out of alignment is uncomfortable because it means that you are basically a hypocrite. What you're saying on one hand and doing on the other hand are two different things. We don't want to be that. So action means traction. It means doing. It doesn't mean just sitting on the sidelines. It doesn't mean just doing whatever and saying, yeah, I'll get to that. It means that I got to get on this thing and bounce around. You know, when I'm done with this particular Facebook Live, I was going to do it earlier, and I had a call, I had this, I had to do that, I had to fix some things, I had to write some stuff out, I had all these things that just suddenly bumped me into the back. But you know what? No excuses. I'm going to bounce after this. I'm going to bounce. And I've got my little stuff on YouTube that I watch, and that's what's going to happen. You can do that too at any time, as long as you're willing to look. You got to look, and you got to take your values and put them right in line with what's on your schedule. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in the place where you're going to be coming back and say, I'm back. I gained 30 pounds. I'm back. You know, it didn't work out well for me. I'm back. I feel like crap. I'm back on all those medications again. And I don't want that for you. You want that vibrant life that we keep talking about? You want that optimal, vibrant, juicy, everything playing full out in your life? Well, these are the things we need to do. Everything needs to line up. Every action, our food, the way we think, the people we hang out with, getting your hydration in line, all of it, it all needs to line up. And when you are on it and you create a new alignment assignment for yourself, and it's all based on your beliefs and your actions are all lined up, you feel like $1 million. You know, you no longer have to stress. You no longer have to worry. It's automatic that you do the things that you say you're going to do. You're no longer giving it lip service. You're giving it real service, and you're doing the things. So keep that in mind. And again, I'm going to say this. It's just these little tiny refinements that we have to go about. So instead of, for example, if you want to go watch Netflix, I've got an idea for you. Go watch Netflix and do some, when you know, every 5 minutes or so, get up and do 10 push-ups. Do some high knees. Go up and down the stairs, whatever it is. But watch Netflix, put it on pause, and go do something and move your butt. When you move your butt, I'm going to tell you what, you feel better. You get those stress hormones out, and you get to feel the wonder of dopamine and serotonin surging in your body. You know, there's all kinds of hormones that come into play, and they're also neurotransmitters. So here's what you get, you know, when you start connecting the dots. Hi, lovely Liz. Good to see you. Here's what you get when you start to connect the dots. You get to start living a life that feels free. You get to start really believing in what it is that you're doing. You get to stop wishing for something else. And you get to stop comparing yourself to everyone else, because you're doing exactly the things that these people are doing to get their results too. You've joined them. This is your community. These are your people. Liz is absolutely right. Set a timer. It will help you get focused. And if you need that time block sheet, for heaven's sakes, go grab it. You know how much that helps? Because it makes you see where your time is actually going. And just remember this. Every time you start to think, well, that's just a little thing and it's not going to help you, do this. Remember that little hinges swing big doors. Without those hinges, that door could not be. You know, you could have a beautiful door, but it's going to be, you know, sitting against a wall somewhere. It can't be used. Go to savingdinner.com/time, and that's where the time block sheet is. And then you can print it out and you can lay it out and you can get really honest and really granular. Where's my time going? Not in a crazy time way. Not in a way that says, hey, you know, I spent 5 minutes having coffee by myself or whatever. No, just those big blocks of time so that you can say, oh my gosh, that's where my time is going. And you can stop saying, I don't have time, because that's a full-on lie. We all have time. You just need to figure out where to fit all these pieces in. These little things that I'm telling you are little needle movers that constantly, every single day, day in and day out, will change your life. And I've got so many people here right now who will say yay and amen and pinkies up to that, because they have done it themselves. And I've been fortunate enough to be their coach and to watch them change and develop along the way. And I could call out about half a dozen people right now and just say, it's amazing. It is amazing. So do me a favor, would you? Get on top of this, because I want your actions to support your beliefs and to support everything that you're doing in your life. I don't want you to feel like you're a big liar all the time. It's exhausting. Be in alignment. Be in alignment and celebrate yourself all the way through every single baby step you take. And you know what? That's how you get results in everything. That's how your house gets cleaned up. That's how you get cleaned up. And that's how you get your trash taken out of your house. And I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? All the trash, all that garbage food, everything changes when you make that decision to focus on the things that you want to expand in your life. That's how it works. Heather says, I need to work on time management. Well, we're here. We're going to help you. You know, between Fly Lady and I, we've got your back, sisters. We're not going to let you fall, okay? Not going to let you fall, not on our watch. We're here for you. And we've got the resources, lots of free stuff. Just take advantage of it. We're all into this together. This is a community. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is a community where there's a lot of big love. And there's a lot of support, and there's a lot of encouragement. And I don't know about you, but I can't live an isolated Lone Ranger life. I need you. I need you all. And let's just, gather together and do this. It's going to make a difference. It's going to change everything. All right, don't forget, Hot Melt Mix to the rescue. Buy 3. Get the 4th one free. All you have to do is put the 3 in your cart. The 4th one will be added for free. You will also get a Mindful mug and free shipping if you put ships free in the little promo window, as long as you live here in the United States. I love you all, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for getting your supplements from us. We've got a ton of them there. Take advantage of our sales because they are incredible. Peace out, you guys, and peace be with you. Bless you all.